Welcome back, guys. Please like and subscribe and comment down below.
Another really good show, Sherlock on the BBC. Like they paused for a couple years and give the writers time, hopefully to do better than they did on this final season. But or the last season they've done. But they get good content and they give the actors time to go out and do other projects and then come back to this as like a pet project almost.
Like Luther.
Or
the Idris Elba.
For that, yeah.
Is he ever coming back to that? Or
I don't know.
I bet he doesn't.
He's probably too big.
He's not gonna be able to. I don't think he'll be able to do a show or a movie like that as Bond. So he'll probably.
He's not gonna be Bond.
He's already been announced.
Really?
I think.
People push for him to be Bond. He's too old.
I think they've announced it like last week that he was officially the new Bond.
That'd be new news to me. So let's check it out. Because he's like 53. You can't start Bond at 53.
How old was?
Daniel Craig was early 40s, I think. I mean, the dude is handsome and holding together. He's 48.
I mean, he's already had COVID.
6'2". I mean, he's big boy. He's sitting around 6'2".
I know he's pretty big into jiu-jitsu. I don't know if he's like a black belt or anything, but he's into all that stuff. So he's active. So he's 40 what?
48.
Yeah,
and see, this is some bullshit where he says he's disheartened by racially charged Bond casting backlash. It's not that. Like, if he was 10 years younger,
movies.
if he was 10 years younger, let him have 007 for 10 years, right? You look at Daniel Craig from Casino Royale and look at him now. How worn down that man is in 10 years. Because it's that 40 to 50 and then that 50 to 60. Whoa. You drop.
Have y'all seen that? I knew you hadn't seen it, but that Bridgerton, this guy's on that show. They're potentially casting him as a new
He's
Bond.
too pretty. Daniel Craig was 38. And that's about, to me, 38 to 40 is about the top end of age to cast someone that's going to carry a physical torch for 10 years. Hugh Jackman was only able to do Wolverine because he was loaded up on Tren and Test. He was trend out of his fucking mind to be able to keep that body for that long, and even then it was starting to wane, and he's a genetic phenom. So he was, and because he was cast as Wolverine at 34, I don't have a problem with any of that shit. That it's the age thing.
If anyone can do it,
Watch
it's
Luther.
No, I don't give a shit.
Luther.
When did he make Luther? 15 years ago?
No, he's been like the last season of it was like 2 years ago.
Okay, and so it was filmed 3.5 years ago.
I mean, he's in this new Suicide Squad, and I bet you he's fucking ripped and active.
Because he's good now. What I'm telling you, 48 to 58, you do not hold like you do from 38 to 48.
Movies.
And they come out with one of those one every 3 years. You're talking 3 Bond movies in 9 years.
Yeah.
He's going to look like fucking Morgan Freeman by the 3rd movie.
No, Morgan Freeman looked like Morgan Freeman when he was in
25 in that
in high
Powerline
school?
commercial.
What? No, well, not the high school. That's pretty. He still looks old there. But what's the stupid movie that he narrates? It's like one of the best movies of all time. Shawshank Redemption. He looks old in that movie, and that's from like the
92,
early 90s. Oh my god. Like he looks like dust right now.
First time I ever saw him was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That was like 96 though, wasn't it?
No, that was before 92. That was 90. Because that was the same year Backdraft came out, too, with Kurt Russell. I think that was 90.
Make you want to be a firefighter?
No, because they all got fucking burned alive. And I was like, fuck this shit.
You want to be a fire inspector?
Don't even want to ride on a fire truck.
Nope. Yeah, it got real. Like they'd burn everybody up in that movie for real.
But no, you can't cast... See, this is why Benedict Cumberbatch can play Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange ain't a very physical role. And he's got his outfit on. He doesn't have to carry any physicality. All he's got to do is have an awesome
Have you
goatee.
watched Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I've seen Doctor Strange.
Physical. He fights a lot.
He fights a lot in that movie.
With magic.
And he gets thrown around the buildings, and then he comes up
with
and fights.
CGI and shit. He don't have to look the part.
They can't CGI in Bond?
Not. You're talking hand-to-hand combat shit.
How old is Keanu?
How old? No.
Keanu's different.
Keanu's different? You've got a physical specimen in Idris.
Okay, Keanu is at the end of his physical abilities to be a badass, and he's 50.
Okay.
He's cashing his chips in.
And how would you say Idris was again? 43?
48. You can't start at 48.
He ain't been starting at
How old was
48.
Sean
He's
Connery when they
Not as
Chris
fucking
Castian.
Bond.
I
We're
don't
talking
know.
about starting a new Bond. You're starting a new 10 years. You can't
Or
do that
Roger-
at 48.
Or Roger Moore.
Unless
Roger-
Idris
Roger-
Elba wants to sauce his fucking mind out, he can't
You
do
don't
it.
have to be on steroids, bro, when you're naturally gifted.
Not for that role.
You don't.
Roger
He
Moore
don't. He's
was
not supposed to be
45.
roided up. He's a secret agent.
Roger Moore was 45 when he began playing Bond, the original.
And he was barely able to walk around.
I never saw.
was not an interesting
I've
Bond.
seen them, but I haven't watched them. You know what I mean?
He's too. I have the same problem with Idris Elba being Bond as when everybody was trying to get Mad Milkinson as
Man,
The Witcher.
All he's got to do is have like one fight scene in the movie, and then the rest of the time he's shooting everybody.
I don't want to see some old fucking geriatric trying to pretend he's 30 years younger than he really is. You know what? He can be in charge of MI6. He can be the new M. The new Bond. Go out and get captured or whatever and introduced. He's not quite good yet. And you have Idris Elba, who's a retired 00 agent, coming in and tutoring a young Bond.
Bronson
And
was
goes
42.
in and he gets to go whoop ass for a
Bronson.
Bond.
Bronson.
Yeah.
You know, and then he steps back into a supervisory role as he ages out, and he shows the new Bond how to handle shit, and then that Bond can continue. I'd be fine with that. He just can't
That's
be
Denzel.
Bond.
Denzel. Idris is the young Bond that gets caught, and Denzel comes in and rescues him.
Oh god.
And is
Oh my god, that's a little ridiculous. I don't know. I think he'd be fine. I just think that if you want to do a 10-year story arc with him, you've got to be working on the story.
Oh yeah, like he needs to be filming now.
Yeah, you need to film him in the next 5 to 7 years.
Because that's the other thing. I mean, they filmed Lord of the Rings, and I know they released them back to back to back, but they filmed them all at one time. I mean, if they are worried about Idris's physical ability doing it, just film 3 fucking movies. Just film them and release them every other year.
I mean, I can't argue with that. If they did do that, I guess that would be okay.
Well, he's got to make stupid Suicide Squad movies or whatever. So he's got to have time to do that. He's got to have time to be in terrible DC movies.
But people talked about Mads Mikkelsen playing The Witcher, and if this was Mads Mikkelsen, you know who that is, right?
Nope.
Okay, Mads Mikkelsen, however you pronounce his last name, Polish actor, which is great because The Witcher's Polish folklore. That makes it sound old, but it's their stuff. Polish writer. He was the bad guy in Casino Royale. Black haired guy
yeah.
with the bleedy eye. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Mads.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
actor. Yeah, he was the bad guy in
Hannibal.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, yeah.
Hannibal too.
Hannibal, he's
Oh my God.
fantastic in Hannibal. That's another good show. I
Mads
don't know how it ended though. I
Mikkelsen.
never finished it though.
They didn't finish it, did they? It's on Netflix now.
Yeah, I went back and started watching it, but I hadn't
Oh, so-
finished it again.
It's so dark.
Yeah.
So people wanted Mads. This is an actual screenshot of a movie he did, Right.
Is it Seventh Son or something?
something
No?
like that, right?
Yeah.
So everybody was using that to try to get him as Geralt. He would be an amazing Geralt 15 years ago because he's like 50 now.
That's a really bad movie, by the way.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's so terrible. The Seventh Son. It's so trash.
But he's aged out.
Not that he does a bad job. It's just terrible writing.
And I feel the same way with Idris Elba. He'd be a fantastic Bond 15 years ago. Well, maybe not 15, 10 years ago. 38, 39, 40, 41, maybe even 42 to start.
He'll be a fantastic Bond at 49 when they film all 3 movies at one time.
No.
That would be an amazing way for them to do a Bond, is to make it a big story arc and film it all and give you pieces of it and break it. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. 'Cause that way they wouldn't feel so choppy like the Craig Bond movies did. Because it just comes like they're throwing shit against the wall. Because there's no
Like-
real consistency
But they're
between all
supposed to
of
be
them.
the same story, and they're supposed to grow on each other because you
Yeah.
come back to the
Mm-hmm.
to the version where they kill Q or whatever, or not Q, whatever her name is.
M.
When they kill her, like they brought it full circle, and like the same players, the same actors, or not actors, but the same actors in the overall in the story, not like actors in the movie. But
What's your knock
Tom.
against Tom Cruise?
What do you mean?
Being, Mission Impossible and all those movies.
Well, he's for 8 movies now. He's played Ethan Hunt. Ethan Hunt he's aged with the character he's playing as, because this isn't recasting Ethan Hunt and restarting MI6. This is weird.
I'm not even talking about the storyline. I'm just talking about being active in his 50s.
That's fine.
Oh, it's fine for Tom Cruise, but not Idris Elba.
Oh my god.
Tune in next week for an all new episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that was
good.
good. I like the hype, man. The hype was good.